What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Raphaelsinsights. Welcome. I welcome you into the world of the esoteric, the divine, the beautiful, you guys. Welcome, and welcome. If you're new, you guys, welcome to this beautiful channel. If you're not new, welcome back. Make sure you guys, before we go anywhere, you drop a like, you follow, you subscribe, and you click the little bell, because a lot of people tell me, I missed your live. I keep missing your lives on YouTube. There is a little bell that you can click. I think it's on my profile on YouTube, and you can click on that bell, and it's going to give you notifications when I post, when I get on live, and everything that you need to know. Also, I do lives on pretty much all my social medias except Facebook. So definitely follow me on my social medias. It'll be in the description below. And you guys, I am going to be restocking the store fully. Candles are going to be back. The protection sprays, spiritual sprays are going to be back. The bottles are going to be back. Everything is going to be back, you guys. Bracelets. It's going to restock this Friday. So definitely you guys stay tuned for that. And I don't want to make this video like super long, you guys, but I just want to tell you, you guys are amazing. You guys are beautiful, and I definitely feel blessed, and I'll never take you guys for granted. And and make sure you guys drop that like, and make sure you guys also drop that comment of like something that I didn't cover, you guys, because I'm only one person. I don't know everything that's going on around the world. I just talk about what I see and what I feel. But if you want me to look into something in your country, in your state, about something that's going on that you're kind of like worried about, definitely drop it in the comments, but be specific with what you want me to look into, and I'll definitely look into it, and I'll get back to you in my videos. I'll talk about it. If it's something that you put specifically, I'll look into it, and I'll give you that answer. But definitely save your questions for the lives. That's what the lives are there for. The questions about your futures are there for the lives. So definitely tune into the lives to ask those questions, you guys. And again, you guys, let's go to the video. I love each and every one of you. You guys are amazing. The moon. The moon, the first thing that you need to be aware of is that whenever the moon ends a month, it's different than when the full moon is in the middle of the month. Whenever the full moon ends a month, the reason it's different is because whatever the moon does, it's always going to supercharge whatever. It's always going to charge. The moon brings this energy of charging. That's why it's always good to charge your crystals in the moon. It's always good to charge your whatever you have in the moon, right? Your spiritual stuff in the moon. The reason being is because the moon charges. The moon gives this energy. It doesn't matter. It's not really a good or bad energy. It's more of a neutral energy, and whatever's going on, it just gives that energy, and it just makes it worse. This moon right here, supercharged next month into being one of those kabbalistical months. It's gonna be a very intense month. This moon brings deception, it brings lies, it brings catastrophes, it brings danger. More than anything, it brings danger. It's gonna bring a very heavy energy. This moon here talks about broken alliances, talks about broken friendships, and when I say friendships, I really seen it being and meaning more towards countries, friendships between countries. Tensions are going to be very intense. War, you guys, war is something that's really coming up. When we're talking about what just happened with Syria, there is this war that's coming up that's going to be lasting a few days. It's going to be just something that's going to be, we're going to be edging a world war. I've been telling you that we're going to be edging a war. We're going to be edging starting a new wars, or the beginning of a more intense war. So it's really, this moon is very problematic. It brought a lot of problems, and March is going to be very supercharged. There's going to be another wave of COVID-19. COVID-19 is going to get worse. Even though we've already vaccinated so many people, COVID-19 is going to get worse. There's going to be a new wave that hits in the United States, in Mexico, in Latin America, UK. I think the only one that's pretty much safe is Australia, to be honest. Australia is really just the only one that's really not really affected by this. But this moon is very problematic, and that's one thing that I want to warn you about. This moon brings floods, brings tsunami warnings, brings earthquakes. It brings very heavy, intense energy. The moon also, usually when the month ends the way it ended, there's going to be earthquakes following literally in the next couple of days. March is going to be one of those months that anything can happen, that anything you can imagine can happen, that will mark history. There's going to be something again that's going to mark history forever. It's going to be one of those months that just brings that energy of marking history. But this month, it's not just going to be radical just because it's chaos and chaotic and all this. It's to release this negative energy, to move, because after after March, April, everything starts getting better. The economy starts getting better. Everything starts progressing. COVID-19 starts being left behind. But right now, this month is going to be so dramatic because it's going to be to release a lot of negative energy at once, a lot of energy at once for the earth to purify itself. It's like a rebirth. It's like a moon to rebirth, a month to rebirth, to be reborn. The stimulus check. A lot of people have asked me about the stimulus check. Is it going to get approved? I do see it getting approved. Remember, I told you that I didn't see the $2,000 one, but I saw one that was a little bit less. That was like 1,400 or a little bit more. But I do see it getting approved. I still see more delays. I still see it delaying. It's not gonna go. It's not gonna go through right away. There's gonna be a lot of like battling when it comes to this. I see more delays. I see it being halted. Maybe another month. Maybe a little bit longer. Let's go with that. But I do see it being approved. I do see the check being approved. The only thing is that there's gonna be more delays when it comes to it. It's not gonna be something that just right away gets approved. The economies. The economy. Let's talk about the economy. The economy in Latin America is gonna be rough. I'll tell you that right now. The economy is going to take a while for Latin America to pick up. For Mexico, it's going to be rough. The economy is not going to be doing very well. People are going to be struggling. The economy is going to be terrible in Latin America. Mexico, of course. The UK, the economy is going to be struggling as well. I do see you guys getting out of COVID, but when you guys get out of COVID, your economy is going to be it really took a hit. Canada, I see your economy recovering. I see your economy recovering very fast. The US, your economy is going to be all right, but it recovers fast as well. Another one that I really see complicated is Europe. And there and there it goes again. I keep getting these little whooshs of energies where like there's going to be an earthquake. There's going to be an earthquake within these next couple of days is something that continues to hit me. But anyways, the economies are going to continue to be very rough. It's going to take a while for a lot of countries to recover. Now going back to the US and the whole stimulus situation, there's a lot of halts that's going to be happening. There's everything that's going to be halted in the US. I see a lot of things being halted in the US. It's just the energy of halt comes in, and as well for you, UK, you have this energy of halt as well. This energy of this card dominating. So that's a lot of your help. A lot of that help that you were getting is also halted as well. The death card continues to follow ex-presidents, presidents, powerful people, well-known people. It continues to follow them. There's going to be another death of an ex-president, president, or politician, or someone very well-known that high there in power in Latin America. It continues to show me the president. Remember that vision that I had, remember that prediction that I had, where there's two presidents, one will die. And it's leaning more towards Latin America. In the US, we technically kind of have like the division about two presidents as well, and that's another one of those energies. It's Latin America or the US, where there's two presidents, one will die in the US or in Latin America. The energy of the death card, the energy of death is following multiple world leaders, and it continues to follow. Remember, I already told you that the higher people who control the world want to remove and want to change all the world leaders. This energy is following Putin too. Putin is also someone that has this death card following him, and that's how you realize that there's somebody moving this energy. There's someone that's actually causing these deaths. There's somebody that's moving this energy. The Pope, I've already told you, he has this energy as well. But the one that keeps coming to mind is another death in Latin America, another death from a president, ex-president, or politician, and then more accidents as well. You guys, there's going to be more catastrophic accidents. COVID-19 I've already told you, it's going to be out of control again in Latin America and pretty much everywhere other than Australia. But this card here continues to dominate the ex-president of the United States. The president of the United States continues to dominate the vice president. Just a lot of atentados is still following them. A lot of terrorists trying to take their lives are following all these world leaders. But the main one that keeps coming to mind is Latin America. There's going to be another death in Latin America or in the US, and also in Russia as well. Russia, and these are those ex-presidents, current presidents that are being removed, you guys. Another thing that comes in mind when I think about Latin America, somewhere in Latin America, I want to pinpoint it to Ecuador, but somewhere in Latin America, there's going to be a coup. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Un golpe de Estado. En Latinoamérica va a haber un golpe de Estado. I think it's pronounced coup. I think it's pronounced coup, but there's going to be, that energy is coming up for Latin America as well. Let's talk about what's going to happen with the whole El Chapo situation, that they arrested the wife. The wife, again, I don't see her coming out. I don't see her staying there forever. I don't see her staying in prison forever, but I do see her staying there for a while, for maybe a few months, maybe a few years. But she's gonna come out. She's not gonna be in there permanent. It's not a for life type thing situation. But what I do want to talk about when it comes to the El Chapo situation, there's gonna be more people arrested, artists that are gonna be detained, artists that are gonna be called into to speak. It's gonna be a SHIT show when it comes to the narcos in the U.S. The card of the devil is going to continue to dominate. It's a terrible, terrible energy to dominate, and it's as much as it sucks for me to tell you guys, but it is going to continue to dominate. This energy right here is going to continue to cause chaos. It's going to continue to cause anger, frustration, violence. We're going to see violence almost in every single country. We're going to see anger. We're going to see protests in every single country again. Acts of racism, acts of violence, terror attacks, terrorists. Again, with what happened, we were about to start La Semana Santa, or we are going to start the Semana Santa, or ya estamos, ¿verdad? But what happened? Boom, something terrible happened. Syria got bombed. That right there tells you right away that the devil still has a grip on humanity, and that he continues to cause destruction. He continues to cause things to happen. So yes, there's going to be more planes falling. I see I've already told you multiple times, you guys, I see a plane falling that multiple political people are going to be in it, or very well-known people are going to be in it, and it's going to crash, and they're all going to pass, you guys. So none of them are going to survive. And then there's a plane that's going to crash in the middle of a city, and the one that happened, yes, prediction fulfilled, but they still say there's another one, and there's much worse. One more specific. It says this one will crash into a building, or crash in the middle of the city, and it'll be like a huge explosion. Again, there's more planes that are going to be falling, you guys. So yes, I still continue to see another plane that's gonna crash in the middle of a city, or crash into a building in the U.S., in Mexico, Latino America. Yes, there's gonna be more planes falling in the U.S., Mexico, Latino America, Europe, and Asia. This card here, you guys, is going to be influencing tensions between countries. The tensions are going to be really intense between countries. It shows 3 countries banding together and then against one. But then it shows like everybody backing off. Again, we're going to be edging a war. Myanmar, what's going on with Myanmar? The coup that happened with Myanmar, I do see you getting help. Not anytime soon, though. I do see a bunch of countries banding together to help Myanmar. But again, it's going to turn into something a lot worse. Another thing I want to talk to you guys about is, I was watching the news, because right before I filmed this, I was watching the news, and I wanted to see like what all was going on in the world. And I saw something about in Nigeria that these girls got kidnapped. I think it was like 317 or something like that. These girls got kidnapped. I do want to tell you that I do see that they're going to be found. I do see that most of them are going to be found. I do see that the girls are going to be found and returned to their families. This is going to be a long-term thing, and it's going to take a while, but I do see them being helped. And then again, you guys, terrorist attacks in the US, the UK, Europe, Asia, explosions. I see a building exploding again. There's this. They continue to show me this. So I know it's going to happen soon. I see a building exploding in the United States. I see a building exploding in Asia. I see a building exploding in the UK and in Europe. It's just more terrorist attacks. Explosions are going to be very, very active this entire month. Again, anything you can imagine is going to happen in this month. This is one of those Kabbalistic months. This is one of those months that are going to mark history yet again. Whether it's going to be very radical, it's going to continue to be very, very radical. what happened to Texas, it's gonna happen again. The whole situation with the snow, the whole situation that you've been in, it's gonna happen again, Texas. That's another thing that I continue to see. It's gonna repeat itself. Weather, there's gonna be earthquakes for the US, for Latino America, Mexico. There's gonna be earthquakes for Asia, China, Japan, Asia in general. There's going to be earthquakes, and the movement of energy is just very radical. There's going to be earthquakes in Europe as well. There's Europe and volcanic eruptions as well, you guys. Volcanic eruptions in Latin America and in Europe, in Asia. The energy, that's how you know the energy is moving. That's how you know that the moon is causing these energies to move, because you're going to start seeing these energies move out of nowhere, and everything starts getting activated right away within, like, simultaneously, you guys. And there's going to be earthquakes literally all over the world, you guys. There's going to be earthquakes everywhere. I do see a strong earthquake. I do see tsunami warnings again, or a tsunami. I do see floods when it comes to the US, Latino America, and in Asia. I see floods. I see the moon. I see the moon causes, like, the water to come out. The water, whether it's like a tsunami, whether it's like a typhoon, whatever it is, they just see the water coming out, like massive floods. Again, you guys, I had a vision where something was splitting open, like something broke, like a dam, or like something broke and a bunch of water just started flowing. Again, I still see that, you guys. Definitely to keep in mind. Definitely, you guys, one thing that I do have to tell you guys is that to prepare for whatever, to make sure you're prepared for natural disasters. If you're not prepared for earthquakes, prepare yourself for earthquakes. If you're not prepared for emergencies in general, have food stored, have water stored, definitely prepare yourself for that, you guys. It's definitely time for you guys to be prepared. This is definitely the time to be prepared for all that. Fires, you guys. Again, that's another thing that I keep seeing, fires, and for the US, for Latino America. For Latino America, I see the Amazons burning again. I see Latino America burning. I see the US burning. It's like when summer gets here, you guys, summer's gonna come just as strong as winter came in. Just as radical as winter came in, unbearable. This heat's going to be unbearable. It's going to be worse than we've ever seen before. And that's how you know that climate just continues to get worse and worse and worse. If we don't get our SHIT together, we have about 10 years, again, I'll tell you, we have about 10 years to get our SHIT together to fix this earth, or we screwed it up past the point of fixing. Last year, you guys were asking me about that people were saying that food is going to be scarce, that people were saying that we needed to prepare to have water and food put away. Yes, you do. Food, climate is changing so radically. What happened to Texas, again, it's going to happen again. It's going to happen in more places. Water is going to be contaminated. Food is going to be scarce. There's not going to be food sources. You need to start saving. You need to have an emergency pile for anything, because yes, climate is changing, and it's going to destroy. It's going to destroy our food sources. It's going to destroy our water. We basically screwed up, you guys. And yes, you need to be prepared for whatever. And then this is going to be a month, you guys, that anything that you imagine is going to happen. It's one of those months that's going to mark history again. Anyways, you guys, thank you guys so much for everything. That is it. Those are all my predictions. Thank you for watching. If you haven't dropped a like, drop that like. Definitely drop your comments. Let me know what you want me to talk about. Make your questions specific. Save your questions about your future for the lives, and make sure you guys are tuning into the lives, because that's where I give back to you guys and I give you free answers. I try to give you guys answers. I try to answer as many as I can, but I can't stay on here forever. But I do try my best, you guys, to answer as many as I can. Just put your questions about what you're worried about the world, what you're wondering, maybe something that you put out there can help somebody get an answer somewhere for whatever they're wondering. But definitely, you guys, don't forget to drop that like, follow, subscribe, follow all my social medias, and it'll all be in the description below, you guys. Thank you guys so much for everything. You guys are amazing, and I love each and every one of you. And thank you guys so much for watching my videos. Thank you so much for following me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.